Hello everyone, I am Blooming Fire and today I'm going to teach you a poem from an Old English Exeter book exploring themes of exile, loss, and wisdom. The poem's name is The Wanderer. So let us move ahead. So, what is this poem about? I'm not teaching the poem over here, but about summary and what exactly is in that particular poem. That's what I'm going to teach you in this. Like a brief overview or summary on the poem The Wanderer and what is it about and the themes of it. So, it is about a lonely journey of a warrior who's now exiled and he has become a wanderer, okay, wanderer. So a lonely journey, alone, troubled, and it's forced. The wanderer is forced to exile, to leave his place. The sea feels cold, and he's walking exile's path because wyrd means wyrd is an Old English word which means fate, destiny. It is fixed, so he's moving away. Let me tell you a bit summary about this poem itself. The poet or the narrator is anonymous, but whoever has written the poem, he was a warrior, right? He was exiled, and his king or lord died, and all of his friends, comrades, and everyone was exiled, and some of them were dead, and he was alone. A person who was in wars, fighting everyone, was now alone, had no company, no feast, no king, no devotion, nothing to follow. So that is very contrasting to a warrior's life. A person who has spent 30, 40 years with wars, swords, people, and feasts and everything, celebrations, fights, is now just left alone and is walking on the path of exile. He's exiled from his own country. His kinsmen died. So that is what the poem is about, a lonely journey. He's alone, he's troubled, he's anxious. And he's forced to steer the frost cold sea, walking exile's path, because fate is fixed. The wanderer's lament. Mindful of troubles and lost kinsmen, the wanderer speaks his sorrows in this poem. He binds his spirit's coffer, holding his treasure hoard grief. In his chest lies so much of sorrow and grief. So, what is this poem about? Hidden grief. No one to reveal deepest thoughts to. A nobleman binds his spirit. Once he had so many people, now he has no one to share anything about how he feels and everything. And also, he feels a sense of dignity in a manner that, he wants to keep it to himself too. But even if that is the case, he still doesn't have anyone to even speak a word to. Lost Lord. His gold giving friend is hidden under earth's darkness. Now, winter and sad he is, you know, and homesick. What does this mean? Means that the king who once ruled, this warrior was devoted to him. And now that particular king is dead, hidden in earth's darkness, in the grave. Okay. Winter represents sorrow, depression, and sadness in literature. So this winter and sadness paired together makes the intensity even more higher. That the lost lord feels very heavy on his heart, and he's homesick. What is homesick? We've come across words like homesick. I love it so much so that I don't want to go out. That is what homesick over here is. He never wanted to go out of it, but he was exiled from that place. Then seeking comfort, searches for someone to comfort him, far from dear kinsman. So he seeks someone, but he's on a path of exile alone, wandering around. He's a wanderer. Understanding wyrd. Now, from a perspective of literature, and especially this being a poem being Old English literature, understanding wyrd is really, really important. Wyrd is the Old English word for fate, meaning what happens, often in a negative sense. The poem explores its nature and meaning. The Exeter book manuscript lacks clear speech indicators, leaving the speaker of lines 1-5 open to interpretation. So, wyrd is an Old English word for fate, okay? Now, echoes of joy, shadows of sorrows. Beautiful. In this particular, slide, and in the whole Wanderer poem, it is to be said that sorrow is a cruel companion for the friendless. For a person who has no friends, the companion is cruel. And who is the companion? Sorrow. Even, they say that man is a social animal. And this man who was in wars, fights, feasts, celebrations, victories, glory, might, power. Why am I saying all of these words? Because it's going to resonate in the poem. He was a warrior, right? He was a heroic kind of a person. He lived in that particular era. He felt it. He survived it. He loved it. And now what he's facing is completely opposite of it. Loneliness, part to exile, king death, kinsman died. So now, how does he feel? He has got no friends now. Sorrow is his cruel companion. Memories of his lord and feast joys fade, replaced by the harsh reality of exile. Memories do fade. Memories are the worst and the best gifts to keep, isn't it? Worst because it passed, and best because it passed, isn't it? So, lost comfort remembers his lord's counsel, now foregone. Dream of reunion, dreams of clasping his lord, laying hands and head on his knee. A gesture for respect and nobility for the king, for devotion. Warriors do that. Blessings, taking blessings of the king. Then harsh awakening, awakens to fellow waves, seabirds, frost, and hail. Now look at the scenario, look at the imagery. What is this displaying? Harsh awakening. Okay, so he feels lost. He has got no comfort. Now he's dreaming of reunion. Now the harsh awakening. The reality in which he's living now is that there are waves, fallow waves. Now, fallow here is symbolic. Fallow means shallow sort of thing. Like, there's nothingness in those waves. Seabirds means sky. Okay, wanderers again remembers that, okay, he's exiled and walking in a, alone path. Frost and hail, again, coldness. Icy coolness. Coldness is just not in terms of the temperature of the weather of world and surroundings around him, but it is also the coolness of heart, numbness, what we call, where we don't feel anything, where it is so cold, where there is no warmth for a human to smile, to feel safe, to feel lovely. There's nothing. It's just numbness, it's coolness, it's alone, it's loneliness. Renewed pain, heart's wound deepened, sorrows renewed by memory of kinsman. Then his heart aches even more. His wounds becomes deepened. Of course it will. Because now nobody he ever had survived. Memory of kinsman, the path to wisdom. Now we were seeing that okay, he was mourning all, right? He was mourning everybody, every particular kinsman, lord. He was remembering them. He was reflecting. Now we will come to know that in the end of the poem, this particular wanderer will find peace and will accept it all. So that's what we are moving ahead towards. The path to wisdom. A man cannot be wise. Now in when you'll be reading this particular poem in about line 65 to 80 you will come to know, or 65 to 115 itself, you will come to know that he is providing a lot of advices for you all. Literature is so beautiful. It's thoughts piled up. It is beauty in words. It is to feel metaphorically, symbolically. It is to imagine. So, the path to wisdom. A man cannot be wise without weathering life's winters. Wisdom demands patience, not hasty greed, and understanding before boasting. Okay, so now in these lines, he makes us understand that a man cannot be wise, right, without weathering life's winters. Again, winters is referred to as hardships. Okay, endurance, suffering, tolerance. So, the man needs to be patient, okay, nor greedy, nor fast paced. He should understand things before boasting, before bluffing. Okay, he should be patient. He should be prudence. Humility should be there and discernment should be there. Patience means he shouldn't be very hot hearted nor hasty with words. Hot hearted means, boiling blood sort of thing. Means someone who will just, do a thing first and then will think about it. Oh, I did that wrong. Impulsivity, we call it. Impulsiveness. Hasty with words means harsh with words. Don't be harsh with your words. Don't hurt anyone. Because as they say that, when you hurt someone's heart, it is so bad. Because you cannot take what comes out of your tongue, and when an arrow goes you cannot take it, you cannot make it return. That is what it is, isn't it? Prudence, not weak in war nor unwise in thoughts, means you shouldn't be weak in war, neither you should be unwise in thoughts. Now this war and unwise in thoughts coming together is symbolic again. This war may be war with yourself, war with the world, and war in general. Now, humility, neither fearful nor fawning, nor greedy for wealth. You should be neither fearful. You shouldn't be fearing any particular thing, nor fawning. Okay, means you shouldn't be doing excessive flattery just in order to get something. Okay, you shouldn't be greedy for wealth. Okay, then the fourth one is discernment. Wait to boast until truly understood. As they say that you should wait for your boast to come true. This is what it is. Understand the thing, then boast about it. Something, okay? Then the world's decay. The wise man sees ghostly future. All worldly wealth turns to waste. Walls blasted by wind, buildings crumbling, wine halls topple. Now the wise man means the wanderer sees the ghostly future. Is that everything, treasure piling up, and what's or not? At the end, it turns to waste. Walls blasted by wind. Here, This walls blasted by wind is symbolic to natural calamities. Buildings crumbling, maybe be it be warriors or be it be someone invaders or something. Wine halls topple. Topple means to fall down when the buildings they just not in a manner of decaying or something, because we don't use that for buildings, but when they just fall down. Okay, so that was what it is. Rulers lie deprived of joy, proud troops fallen, war, birds, walls, and earthen graves claim them all. Means whoever the mighty king is, however, he will die one day. Rulers lie deprived of joy, means they're still stagnant. Okay, dead in their graves. Troops fallen, means proud warriors who were very proud on themselves once. They had so many victories, they never lost a battle. War, birds, walls, and earthen graves claims them all. Means everything has to come to an end, and everyone will die one day. The ancient ruler wrecked this enclosure, leaving giant works empty, silent. What a beautiful line. So the wanderer gave his wise advices to us, and this is about his poem. Where have they gone? The olden spirit remembers ancient laughters, lamenting the lost glories of men. Now again it comes to the wanderer that he remembers all of it. Where are they? His men, the glories of men. Where have the horses gone? Where are the riders? Where is the giver of gold? Where are the seats of the feast? Where are the joys of the hall? Oh, the bright cup. Oh, the brave warrior. Oh, the glory of princes. How the time passed away. Slipped into nightfall as if it never been happened. What a beautiful line. So he's questioning and asking, "Okay, where are the horses? Where have the horses gone? Where are the riders? Where is the giver of gold?" Means where is the king? Where are those mighty warriors? Where are those mead halls where they used to have feasts? Oh, the bright cup. Now, bright cup symbolizes trophy, right? Oh, the glory of princes. How the time passed away, slipped into nightfall as if it never happened. How everything comes to an end. And every celebration changes with time. As we say, time is a double edged sword. It cuts and heals at the same time, isn't it? It is cutting the poet, it is cutting him, and it is healing him at the same time. Healing, acceptance. A wondrously high wall stained and battered stands. Spears, bloodthirsty weapons, and word took the warriors. Storms, frost, and winter's chaos bring harsh hailstones. Beautiful. Now, a wondrously high wall, stained and battered. Spears, bloodthirsty weapons. So here, the poet is grieving, okay, that there were so good walls. Means, it was so high. It was beautiful. Now, it is stained. It is battered. Bloodthirsty weapons means, what does it mean? Means the weapons were bloodthirsty. They wanted blood, okay. But and fate took the warriors, means their fate was to die in that. So weird, means fate took the warriors. Storms, frost, and winter's chaos bring harsh hailstones. Again, coldness. Winter, sadness, depression, sorrow, chaos bring harsh hailstones. Means it brings, hardships. It brings endurance and tolerance again with it. Hailstone symbolizes destruction, unpredictable divine judgment, seeking stability, all something, earthly kingdom, where it changes all. Wealth, friends, men, and women are fleeting. Earth security will stand empty. So, all is to seek stability, knowing that fate is fixed. Wealth, friends, man, women are fleeting. They will come and go. Fleeting means to come and go. Earth security will stand empty. Fleeting wealth, lost companions, and mortal men. Earthly riches are temporary. Friends and loved ones pass. Human life is transient. The wise one finds solace in self control and seeks mercy from the Father in heaven, where true stability stands. Now, this poem was a poem from Anglo-Saxon period, and it was not exactly from that particular era, but moving ahead in a bit reflective era. Okay, so we have a lot of Christian elements in the poem. Your homework is to find the pagan elements and the Christian elements in the poem, if there are so. And if not, then it's okay too. And you need to mention, because it's a very important question for this particular poem. And then you have a brief knowledge and summary about what this poem is about, and you know the exact story which is described in this poem. Now what you will have to do is you will have to read the poem and come to me and write whatever the words you're not understanding in the comment section or something. You will mention it below and I'll be giving you the meanings, and you can just check it up with yourself. What you will have to do is you will have to see this video, make notes on it, and then you will be reading the poem at least twice or thrice, and then we'll be doing question and answers. I'll be bringing more such videos on these particular poems and everything. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I mean, good luck for your studies. Thank you.